Now there's a signage over there on that rock. For all interested parties. The Appalachian Trail.
All right.
How in the hell I missed that? I wasn't paying
Georgia to
attention.
Maine.
Yep. Springer Mountain to Mount Katahdin.
I thought you were able to kind of hike through Florida to get to it.
Well, there are some unfinished trails, connecting trails. There's the Florida Trail that they're working on connecting it to the Georgia Trail. The problem is there's private land.
A footpath for those who seek fellowship with the wilderness.
Amen. Well, this is odd. This collection of chairs here, I've never seen it.
Keep my wallet in the car.
You can put it right here if you want.
I'd rather just it be in the car. No risk of it being lost.
Okay. It's all right.
I'd like to get this in my basement.
Yeah.
Now, as long as we're here, I'll show you this part. Now I hiked in this just a little bit, and I wasn't sure where I was going, so I didn't. I think this trail leads to a waterfall, but it's basically unused compared to the AT.
We're going back that way.
We got this old signage here, and then there's a trail right there.
Yeah.
I think it leads to a waterfall, but obviously it's a spur trail. It may connect with the AT, it wouldn't surprise me, but the AT is over this way. Oh, and that's the AT coming out of the woods there. Comes out of there.
Oh.
And then, you know, cross the road and you go up to the AT over here.
Wow.
And your elevation here is a touch under 3,000 feet. So this isn't much higher than my house, 500 feet higher than my house. And the bulletin board on occasion has stuff worth knowing if you want to read that.
Start your watch, Terry. Huh?
You want me to take a picture of you or Terry take a picture of you by the 8?
When we come out.
Huh?
When we come out.
All right.
How do you start the workout?
What does it say?
Outdoor walk?
Yeah, just push it. You're good. See, on my face.
Oh, you can start it just from the face. I'll have to add that.
Yeah. They might be called complications.
Welcome to the Appalachian Trail.
Thank you.
T-Bone as well.
It's good to be here, good to be welcomed.
Oh my. I'm going to be an anchor on you guys.
Well, we're not going long.
Will Tex hike this whole trail?
Yeah. From Springer Mountain, Georgia, down to Cotton, Maine.
Who are you talking about?
What?
Who are you talking about?
One of our wranglers hiked the whole Appalachian Trail in its entirety.
Huh.
Her feet have trod exactly where we are. Imagine doing this with a 60-pound pack on it.
Yeah.
Well, I must say, this is a very nice trail here.
We gotta wait up for everyone. Yeah. He's vlogging.
want to keep going, we could probably give him the car keys and wait.
Go up ahead.
You don't have to keep waiting for me,
No, it's all right.
because eventually you're going to turn around. And I'll be right here.
I wonder how long the stretches are between where you can restock for fuel, for food. I mean,
Well, I don't know the answer to that exactly. But I imagine you could spend 4 or 5 days, you know, dependent upon yourself alone with whatever you're eating. Water's probably not so much an issue. Might be a good idea to have a water purifier.
oh, I
Or
would
at
think.
least those pills that you put in the water.
Yeah, the tablets.
Mount Elbert in Colorado. Tommy was with me for the ascent attempt. But we didn't make the summit on Tuesday, so I went back again on Wednesday. Tommy elected to stay down in the meadow and practice his guitar. This time I made the summit to a snowfield. That's pretty cool.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
And yourself?
Out for a drag, are you?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Pulling me down this.
What kind of dogs? Are they mixed breed of some kind?
Yeah, come on. Yeah, they're both. Well, he's the bigger one. He's an Australian Shepherd.
Australian
mix,
Shepherd.
and she's an Australian cattle dog.
An Australian cattle. How about that?
Yep.
Australian dogs.
Yep.
Where does one get Australian dogs?
They're pretty easy to find, really. She was from a shelter, and we found him on Facebook. Somebody was
Well,
giving
God
him
bless
away.
you for adopting them.
Yeah, they're good.
There you go.
Hardy.
There's a
hiking
million dogs in captivity right now, I would bet.
Yeah, there probably are.
Hello, doggy.
Come on.
How
guys.
you doing?
Come on.
Good to see you. And don't chase no deer now, okay?
No. We just heard one, I think, passing through.
Yeah, we heard something too. Have a great day. Australian dogs. How about that? This is what I mean. You step out your front door and things begin to happen. Well, you were right. We could sit at home and look at the computer all day, or
Turns out I heard last night that someone has bought the rights, all the rights to Lord of the Rings. Which the speculation is that they'll be making a lot more movies.
I'd like to see Bilbo Baggins go back for all the gold that's buried where the trolls have been turned to stone.
Well, they dug it up and brought it back.
Not all of it. Bilbo only came back with a little.
He came back with,
I mean, a lot, but
his chest.
well, they got very good computer graphics right now, so they could go a long way with that. Like introducing Bilbo Baggins' great-great-grandson. Series of adventures.
That's not going to happen. He never married.
Oh. Well, how was Frodo related?
That's his nephew.
Dadgummit. Well then, here in this sequel, Frodo goes to Bridgewater and has an affair.
No, that's not.
That's not going to fly.
No. You could probably talk about Samwise's children.
Yeah, but how's he related?
He's not.
I don't know. It's got to have Bilbo in it somehow. He's the start of it.
He's not the start of it.
Well, who was the start of getting the one ring to bind them all, aside from the Schmealog, or whatever his name is?
Well, I mean, it was Isildur who.
I'm talking about a hobbit.
Oh no, it's Bilbo.
And Smeagol was a hobbit, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's a yeah. We'll turn around when we get to North Carolina.
Well, this goes into North Carolina. No, wait a minute. Yeah, I think it does.
It has to.
And Tennessee is where it goes a lot. Tennessee is to the west. North Carolina's a long hike from here. Look at this tree. I wonder what kind that is. This thing here. Looks like it has pretty flowers on it. And it's time to bloom. Wonder where that guy was coming down from.
Huh.
There ain't no trailhead up here. Parking lot, I mean.
That breathing means your heart's pretty elevated.
Yeah, I can feel it banging.
Yeah, we'll take a minute.
Let's take a break up there.
All right.
There's this nice big rock you can sit on right here.
It's probably
I've seen it.
it's probably wet.
Terry, sit down in a couple of separate places, will you?
Huh?
Sit down in 2 separate places.
Somehow I will try to do that.
No, Terry, don't.
That's a chain yanker, that's all that is.
These rocks are probably a little wet, so.
Well, I'm gonna find me a place to park my keister for a moment or two.
You know, sit on this rock that I'm on. It's nice and flat. Right there.
Okay. I'll tell you what, you can have your rock back and I'll just sit right over here. And there's room for 2. Okay. Ooh, doggies. Just a 2 minutes. All right. Well, that's probably 700 vertical foot, wouldn't you say? So what does your fitness watch tell you?
We've hiked 0.4 miles.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not even a half a mile. Yeah, I noticed personally for myself, 90 seconds. When I get to hiking like that, I get this saliva buildup and a metallic taste in my mouth. And when I'm really going, my teeth start pounding to the heartbeat. Boom, boom, boom. Coming up that last pitch, coming into my house, to the cabin. Where it, you know, you can look and see the parked vehicle on the driveway. You can see the house.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God. Still a little bit of a hike up there.
Gotta move to Florida, Dad.
It's gonna happen.
Get you in the pool.
45 seconds. Hey, there's a trailblaze right there. Did anybody see one before?
Yes.
So was it white?
Yeah, but it was completely worn.
Well, that must be white for this part of the, if not the entire Appalachian Trail. And when you see something else like a blue or a red or whatever, it'll be a spur trail of some kind. You can actually get guidebooks for the AT. You know, you can buy them. It tells you, you want to go into Harper's Ferry, you got to get off at mile whatever, or marker whatever, and it's 2.2 miles into Harper's Ferry. My butt hurts from this rock. Ooh. All right. A few more seconds. And Grandpa is off like a herd of turtles. Whew. White blaze. You want to take a picture of the blaze? I don't know if you do or not.
Is that just a trail marker?
Yeah, it shows that you're on the AT.
Oh, good.
Okay. All right. Wow, the sun hits the floor of the forest. Huh.
Did you hear that?
Yep. That wasn't no deer. Some old boy probably got a shine up here, moonshine still.
Right.
Oh yeah. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Oh. Howdy.
How are you?
Are we close to New York yet?
Almost. Almost. Just another mile or so. How you guys doing?
All
Good.
right.
Yourself?
Good.
There you go.
And basically, you're in Georgia,
Yeah.
just starting out, 2,000 plus miles. And that girl packed that. Wow. She was an attractive young lady, too. I think I could have took her 1 out of 4.
I don't know.
Probably not. What people with cool jobs. God, I wonder how her ass feels. I mean, sitting on a saddle all the time. Probably used to it. Oh.
You have to really plan it out.
Yep.
You couldn't camp here.
Be difficult. Probably prefer to be camped near some kind of running water. Because some
You
people
couldn't-
boil water for food.
You really couldn't have a fire here.
Be difficult. And of course they sell all that gear, you know, to make a fire. But when we get up to if we're going to the summit, if we do get to a flat spot at the top, there might be a evident camping there. thought we were going to reach the top soon.
I don't know that there is a top to reach.
Well, there's got to be a high point when you start coming down again. You get down to the bottom and then you go up again.
Yeah, but... Right, yeah, I see. Right.
The Pikes Peak climb was kind of nice. That was, aside from the physical need, an established trail, great views, a place to sleep overnight. It was called Bar Camp, B-A-R-R Camp. There was some professional ski instructor there.
This is going to take some thought, Dad.
Yeah, there was some professional...
Wrong shoes, very slippery surface.
There was a ski instructor there. And in the summertime, there was no skiing.
No.
So he operated Bar Camp. And you could sleep outside for free, or you could pay to sleep inside. It was like $3 a night. He used to take the cog train from Manitou Springs, and he would bring up groceries. So you could get a soda, you could get pancakes, you know.
There was a couple that we came across yesterday. They were just starting as we were finishing. She had been told that there was a
Concession stand.
a concession stand
Where?
in
At the bottom of High Shoals Falls.
Oh, go ahead.
the Chattahoochee National Forest. I told her that wasn't right, but that there was a food court. And she looked at me and said, "Really?" I said, no. I instantly felt
Well, when you get up on top of,
that I had abused my powers of charming the
you know, the
genteel sex.
the pride of the Confederacy,
Yeah.
Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Yeah.
It's about a 3-hour hike to the top. I think it's closed now. It was closed when I did it the first time. It was open when I did it the second time. And they had a little restaurant up there. Coffee, tea, donuts, that kind of stuff. Souvenirs, postcards, shot glasses, whatever. I believe that's closed now.
Well, maybe don't wait till Christmas to come down, and we'll go to Larry's house in Fort Myers, kind of invite ourselves over. He seems the type that would encourage that.
He's gregarious.
Yeah.
There's another one of them plants.
Banana?
Yeah. I think they got large flowers that grow on them. That woman that lives in Florida, Cindy, she's real good at plants. I am not. I suppose I should. But, you know, I have loaded those plant identifiers on my phone, but the doggone things, they don't work like they're advertised. And I'm not going to give them $3.99 a week.
Say what?
Thank God for your Gandalf staff.
That's not
This
Gandalf's
one I got
staff.
for completing the hike around Lake Okeechobee, the entire lake.
Oh, nice.
I went with a guy by the name of Cliff. He's the oldest guy to have ever hiked around Lake Okeechobee. I think he was 87.
Wow.
I had to take him to the hospital.
Why?
He lost his balance on a berm around the lake. It's bermed. And he took a step, another step, and he just started, he crashed, took a header. His glasses jammed him in the eye here, and he was bleeding like in a crescent shape. He banged up his elbow and ripped a part of his knee, but he got all fixed up and insisted on continuing the trip. So I stayed with him every step of the way. Other people, I didn't mind it at all. He was real interesting. Guy was a Navy veteran before World War II. He crossed over in his 35-year military career and became an officer. He became from a guy who sailed on wooden ships in the 1920s. He became a pharmacist in the Navy, and he actually served on board submarines. What a career this guy had. His name was Cliff. I want to say Cliff Brecken, but I'm not sure about that. But these are the people you meet when you go out, you know?
Yeah.
And me, I got the biggest mouth in the world, except maybe Uncle George.
He's interesting too.
Well, he's got some skills as a carpenter, okay?
Oh, he does.
Yeah, so, and as an electrician.
An electrician, yeah.
And I get so angry about Chuck and him. Well, you know. Doggone it. That was just wrong.
Well, that was just Chuck.
What do you suppose this is? Oh, it's something. It's something alive. Look at there. Is that a big ass centipede? Look. Well, it might be too cold for it here. Man, I wish I could magically take 400 of these rocks and just teleport them back. That'd be enough for the wall.
Well, you don't need them very big. But
Size of a loaf of bread would be nice.
yeah. Yeah, but the size of a microwave you don't need.
Well, like I said before, the wall is pretty much okay the way it is. I will just keep tweaking it.
You could have built a form and poured concrete into it.
And when I shuck the mortar coil, my wall will still be standing. There go the rice rockets. We're starting to see a... No.
I do need a plan to get up to Palm Coast just to hang out with Uncle George.
Did you ever meet Joan Woodrow?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I imagine Carol would be thrilled to death to see you. Hey, I wonder if that's that creek that goes down to that place I just showed you. Now, see, obviously people are going down there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to camp there. Awful dang wet.
And noisy.
Although I could see having a campfire and 3 or 4 chairs, have some good buddies and conversation. All right. Take the phone out of my back pocket, will you please? And
They blowing you up?
I got to get a...
If you've got service.
Well, no, I'm not going to try to identify it. Photo.
Oh, photos, yeah.
That's all I want to do. I'm going to have somebody identify this for me.
Huh.
See, I believe these are clusters of flowers here. And when they all get blooming, it just makes it look like a great big flower. That's interesting. Terry's the guy that could hike this trail. 23 years old. Piece of cake. I think that was a centipede.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it was a millipede. I think it was a centipede. Going to visit the sequoias is much easier than this.
Yeah.
There it is again. Yeah, you're right in the Honda. You're right in the heart, that is to say, of Bigfoot country.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thought he was more of a Pacific Northwest guy.
Well, they range through several states, as far as I know.
I thought Bigfoot was, or there was always scary stuff in the Appalachian Trail and around Arkansas. That's where the legend is.
No.
Hey, that's a nice picture.
I got in there and took one.
Great. I hope you send it to me or post it on Facebook or
I'll do just that.
tag me or something. I don't know, whatever that's called.
We have started moving out of the shop non-essential stuff to a storage space. Just
Why
because
would you assume that cost when you don't need to?
we need to clear out the area. We are really, it's just,
Packed to the gills.
yeah, well, it's really not, it is a ever-growing inventory, but all the key machines that I have,
Yeah, maybe
All
you could
the-
sell one or two.
no, I need them, I want them.
Oh,
All of the, my lock collection, my cylinder collection, my growing collection of locks that I buy, just because they're discontinued. You know, they discontinued the D series, so I bought some, so I have them.
the D series.
Yeah.
Huh, not enough sales, I guess.
Yeah, who knows? They should never have discontinued the 400 series.
Are you talking about Quickset?
Schleg.
400
B400s.
I'm not familiar with the D400.
B.
Oh, the deadbolt.
Yeah.
That's a good deadbolt.
Real good.
Oh, they had a bad design when they had a screw on the outside.
Well, that was an older one. But you only had one screw.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. All right, you got a campsite there, T-Bone?
Oh, yeah.
There's a little fire pit that's over there on a rock. And it's a good place to camp. It's probably the most flat place I've seen so far.
I must inspect.
No, to the left.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah. Not sure where you pitch your tent. Yeah, because there's a lot of tree roots.
I'd say right where you're standing a little bit. Right here is probably the best spot. I'd imagine you have some sort of sleeping bag.
Yeah, well, I'm not a big fan of sleeping unless I have a tent and a ground cloth and something underneath my sleeping bag, like a self-inflating cushion or a, you know, whatever. And if you're going to get an air mattress, it's got to be the best quality you can buy, and a repair kit. Well, good for them. Probably people in your age group coming up here then. Well, looks like we're headed that way. Eventually. We'll be going 6/10 of a mile.
29.5.
Oh, you're right behind me. I'm gonna save this for Anna.
Oh yeah?
Would you unzip my zip? Am I good to drop it right in there?
No.
You got it? Okay. Until I find a better one, that is. Yeah, that brick wall, that rock wall I'm building, there are rocks from everywhere. There's at least 6 rocks from the Grand Canyon.
Huh.
And one of them right down there from the Phantom Ranch. Just a small one. Got them from Louisville, Kentucky, South Dakota. Yeah, well, whatever. From the Conch Republic, Washington, D.C. I even got one from Anna's graduation from college.
Iowa City.
The University of Iowa. Go Hawkeye. Oh, Donald, leave me alone.
I need your support, Dad, now more than ever.
That's the truth. Well, if everybody that's a Republican donated $10, just $10, how much would that be? Hundreds of millions. Too bad we didn't have a Republican George Soros. The guy that owns those voting machines?
I don't know much about him. I would like to go to the Mammoth Cave.
That's very, well, it's not very close to here, but it's, I would guess, half a day's drive. It's not, wait a minute, Mammoth Cave.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
I think it's in Kentucky.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was thinking of Russell Cave National Monument. Mammoth Cave is a nice visit. It's funny, I can't connect to Wikipedia out here, but I get text messages. What is that?
Mushroom?
Yeah. So somebody drags up power equipment up here.
Gas? Electric? I don't know, yeah, probably.
I was thinking battery operated, but
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, battery operated electric, yeah. Like, you know, it's easier that than move the log.
Or hit it with an axe.
Or an axe, yeah.
If you ever get out to Mount Mitchell in South Dakota, that's a hike worth doing.
Is that in the Badlands?
Yeah, sort of. On the edge of the Badlands. It's called Cathedral Spires Trail. It's like you stop and you go, oh my God, look at that. 40 feet later, oh my God, look at that. Beautiful. Well, there's water trickling down there. Probably because of the heavy rainfall we had last night.
Rocky Mountain Trail starts here.
Rocky Mountain?
Yeah, there's a blue tag.
He's taking what you're saying as literal.
Okay. Well, this trail don't go to the Rocky Mountains, that's for sure. Not out in the extreme west. Not out to Wyoming and Montana and Colorado and etc.
This sign right here,
Yeah,
Rocky Mountain Trail.
take a picture.
And then there's a blue tag on the tree.
So there's another blaze. Okay, that's a spur trail then. This is where a guidebook would come in handy.
Well, that looks fun.
Well, I'm going to go up a little bit more. I don't know if you're all right with that.
We're going to go for 1 hour. We got 5 minutes left.
Oh,
We'll turn around in 1 hour at the 1 hour mark.
I'd just like to get up to the summit because I feel
All right.
close.
Okay.
No, we'll do it then. I'm at 200 active calories.
Yeah.
So that's like, what is that, like a tenth of a pound?
Yeah, 0.2 of a pound maybe.
No. I think a pound is 3,200.
Oh, a pound is 3,200.
I think. I don't know about being close to the top.
How far is this trail?
This goes to Maine.
Right, but the summit that he's talking about.
I have no idea. I wouldn't really say it's a summit as much as it's just where it doesn't,
A high point.
it no longer gets any higher.
Yeah.
Let's wait here and see if he wants to continue. Terry's gonna go ahead and see what he can see.
All right.
Scout.
Yeah, I mean, I fully expected to reach the high point of this knob, or seems to me like it ought to be right over there.
Well, that's why the Grand Canyon is so punishing.
Oh, that's, yeah.
That's a particular type of torture.
And then there's the Pacific Crest Trail, which is even longer by hundreds of miles than the AT.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Where's it go from?
Mexico to Canada.
My goodness. Similar to this in the sense of
It's longer, more wildlife. I believe more rain. Yeah, I mean in the central to northern sections. I've only hiked. It's not even correct for me to say hiked. I mean I've been on the Pacific Crest Trail just to go on it.
where was that
I
at?
have a rock from it.
Where were you on the trail?
In California somewhere.
Yeah.
Extreme northern California. On a thick forest summit. I'm going to take 30 seconds here.
Oh yeah. It's a good spot. Yeah, there were a lot of we were able to mostly find shade to take a breather in.
Well, you picked, well, Providence gave you the month that you had to go in.
Yeah.
But I told Terry you go in May or October. Middle of May is certainly not too early. Although there will be ice on the switchbacks on the north part, but the mules go right over it. But it's still hot. Oh, you go ahead. I'll just slow you up. Oh my.
Well, since we came back, Terry's been going to the health club every day. And without some exercise, he just doesn't feel right now.
Well, as long as he doesn't do any harm to his joints, you know, like the knees and the hips and stuff, you carry that with you to the grave.
How's it look, Terry?
Seems like it just keeps going up.
Yeah. It'd be okay if we had...
Phone will give you a map of where we're at, right?
The thing is I'm in between 1 bar of LTE and none, so no.
What does LTE mean?
It's just phone
Light?
service, yeah.
So, you went to where the sun is, right? The sunlight?
Yeah.
And it's not flat there?
No, it just seems
And
to...
you just kept going up?
Yeah. Probably not walked for another 0.2 of a mile that way. Just seems to keep going up.
What the hell? It kind of looks like we're at the top here, don't it?
Let's turn around. We're good. We're over an hour in one direction.
Well, I see right there, it seems like it starts to slope that way, and the trail does...
The guesswork is not
You want to give it 10 more minutes, or
I will.
Let's go ahead.
All right.
10 more minutes.
How much further? and see
Maybe
what I can
15, something like that. As long as I go slow, it'll be all right. But you guys can take off or running if you want to. I'll just be slow behind you. I am a careful hiker. And I do tend to stop to look at stuff.
Want to go ahead?
Yeah, well, 67 minutes. Let's see where this gets us in 80.
You guys got a plane to catch?
Tomorrow. We'll keep going till 80 minutes and we'll see.
Yeah, right where that trail starts to veer to the right. That's where I kind of stop.
I know there's a Southwest Florida hiking club, and I know they have a group on Facebook.
Are they hiking for Port Royal?
Oh no, they hit parts of Florida. They had some post on Facebook that I saw recently. There were a couple dozen of them. But it's a good group because they're sharing information about trails.
Huh, can you see all the way up there?
Yeah,
I wonder if that's it.
maybe.
You give that to me, I'll put it in my little trash.
That's in my pack.
Okay.
It's in my pocket.
And that's a bunch of water bottles.
Yeah, this is the flat part.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, it goes down.
All right, it took 5 minutes to get here. All right. Yeah. So, I'll head back and come up with him.
Alright. You want me to head back to the room?
No, either I go alone or we both go. Yeah. Which means it'll take Grandpa probably 15 minutes. So, all right, BRB.
Clearing up there.
It only took me 2 minutes to walk here from it.
Good. So then, does it start going down on the other side?
Yeah,
Good.
you can tell.
I'd hate to come this far and not make it.
Well, there's not much there, but yeah, you can tell it starts going down.
Works for me. No signage though, huh?
There's a tree up there. No signs, but there is a trail marker on the tree.
Glazed white.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I can see Terry.
Oh, there's another spur trail or something. Oh, okay, we're at the top of this particular one. Whatever it's called.
No, Terry, you came down a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah, I know. If you go right to those logs, that's technically the nice one.
Oh, they got a box there or something?
Yeah, something just to sit on.
Oh, sometimes they have like an ammo can where you sign in.
I haven't seen anything, unfortunately.
Or sometimes a geodesic marker.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't expect it at this place. But there you go. So
Now imagine if they were able to clear a little bit of trees. I bet you'd have the most perfect view right
Oh,
here.
yeah. Well, there's a trail that goes down that way. There's one that goes down that way.
Oh no, this is all just one little circle to get right back there.
You mean that the trail doesn't go to the left?
No. Oh, does it? No, it doesn't. No, I wouldn't say that this is a trail.
Well, maybe it just goes down to a scenic overlook.
There's no trail there.
Okay, no trail. All right, I'm gonna have a supper. A sip of water. I had to lose the hat. Well, we made it. Give me the old fist bump right there. Hey, let's get a picture.
Yes.
At least with my camera. I gotta have one to show the wild.
Well, my camera's better, and I will text it or I'll post it.
All right, what's the best background? I think that way, yeah?
I would say that we should walk over to where the trail marker is
Oh,
so people can see it. It's right here. Be just the four of us. You know,
I still want to get one back up there by that
yeah, we will.
campsite.
You know, it was especially cruel
What's that?
is when you're heading on the trail and you got to the Colorado and you made that right-hand turn kind of.
Coming out?
No, going towards Phantom Ranch. Then you could see in the distance that it started up again.
Oh yeah, it gets you, don't it?
That was less than...
T, would you hold on to that? I'm gonna get a picture of this. A selfie. All right, now I gotta turn the camera this way. All right, are we all in it?
We are, but move to your left a little bit.
My left?
Yeah.
Okay.
And now, yeah, now you got the white thing in it. Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's good for me.
Proof. Woo, we proofed it.
After you, Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah, it was. That was probably the most dire section, I think, for
me, I think it
for
was
us.
Jacob's ladder coming out.
For me, I'd imagine it's Devil's Corkscrew coming out.
No, because we were in there earlier in the morning, earlier in the day. And yeah, halfway between Indian Gardens and mile 3, that's when it started to get real, but going down was... It got real along parallel to the Colorado because there was no shade.
Well, you went over the first bridge.
Yeah.
We had to ride down to the second bridge.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only problem with that was your butt. All right. If you guys would stand over there, kind of by that fireplace, I'll just get a picture of us looking off over that way. All right. Okay. So the lens is there. 1, 2, 3. I can't get my face right. That's good enough. All right, you want to take pictures or?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll take one.
You probably got your GoPro going anyways.
GoPro? It's very pro.
Oh man.
Just look this way.
I forgot my sweatband. Wait, I want my stick. Because this is going to be yours someday.
All right.
Let me get right next to a tear.
Got it.
Good.
Got it, fellas.
So you're going to have the one that I used at the Grand Canyon when I hiked with Michael. Now I didn't carry that down to Phantom Ranch, but I carried it later on at the Grand Canyon. Where did we stay? We stayed somewhere on the Grand Canyon property. I just can't remember what it was. Maybe at the Thunderbird thing. And like I said, I got this one from the hike around Lake Okeechobee. And so now I've carried this one hiking with you. Well, that's pretty cool. Oh, I got to get a drink of water. Oh. Jared, would you mind going into Helen and just taking a little look, or do you want to do something?
Oh, we're
else?
going. We're going to Helen.
Oh, okay.
Yep. There's a sandwich with my name on there.
How do you feel about the pixies? Would you like to get a tattoo?
No, I'm okay.
Not everybody's as devoted as others.
Were you like, what is it, Iron Maiden?
I like them too, yeah. You're thinking of Metallica though.
Oh, Metallica.
Iron Maiden is they were one of the first metal bands.
There we
Like
go.
true.
Is anybody hungry?
would
I got snack.
No. Thank
I
you.
usually lose my appetite on hikes like this.
I hear what you're saying, but whatever band you're about to say, that's like calling blues rock and roll just because it came from it. No.
What? What happened?
I think a lot of people might think Black Sabbath was,
They definitely are the first
yeah,
The first what?
metal band, heavier band.
heavy rock band.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you never heard of the Mills Brothers.
Yeah.
That is finger snapping music if there ever was, Tara. It goes like this. Cab driver, once more round the block. Doot doo 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 doot doot doo doo doo.
That kind of musical.
I saw my Mary's house. Doot doo 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 doot doot.
That kind of music will cause a riot if you don't be careful.
That was good stuff. Glenn Miller's in. Oh, we used to go into Frank's Happy Tap like that, and I'd put a quarter in a jukebox or something like that. We'd play Glenn Miller's In the Mood. Da da da. We had good times. Uncle Bernie'd show up, and Vern Wick would show up.
Uncle Bernie could walk there.
He could, he wouldn't, because
Why? Yeah, why would
later
you?
on in his life, he got his foot cut off, and the doctors told him, if you don't stop smoking, we're going to have to take your leg off. He refused to quit. They took his leg off.
He was a happy dude.
Oh, wait. Would you hold that for a
Yeah,
second?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You really need to always buy the best camera.
I'm getting the 14.
You have to tell them you need the 15. Because you're people like your content.
I am.
And actually, Randall asked me to let you know how much he enjoys your content.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I'm pleased to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm just upset with Mac, with Apple products, because they won't release. They got technology that's more advanced than these phones. I'm sure they do. And I want one of them phones that unfolds
Why
three
do
times.
you want that?
Because it'll be like a laptop. And I
you're-
want the virtual keyboard that appears on the surface in front of you.
But you're going to find that those are not better than the iPhone in my experimentation. I went for the newest Android
My
one.
friend Mikey, that I'm actually going to stay with in Chicago, had the Samsung folding phone, and he's like, after 5 days, he's like, I had to switch back. It's just the seam down the middle of the screen.
Oh, there's a seam. There's not supposed to be a seam.
No, you think you're going to get a nice flat piece of glass?
Yeah.
No.
Well, I suppose you're going to tell me they're lying about the phone that has the stealth mode. So you could like lay it on the counter and you turn on the button and it goes into stealth.
I don't even think that exists.
It does too. It's out there in Roswell. Yep.
I do miss me some Klingon warships. Or it was the Romulans that could stealth themselves.
I don't know much about them.
I think the
The
Romulans.
Romulans and the Klingons.
Yeah.
But they had to come back where you could see them to fire their weapons.
Yeah.
And also there were stealth functions in the
In Starfleet. Yeah, that
they had the
episode.
technology, but they had some kind of treaty that didn't let them have it.
Yeah. That arc of 2 episodes or so where that Starfleet ship, rematerialized inside of the crater or inside of the meteor.
Planet,
Yeah, that was cool.
Or a moon or whatever. That's stealth mode. And and Voyager, Starship Voyager, or whatever the series was called. Had some good stuff in there with Jerry Ryan, 7 and 9.
Did you watch Enterprise?
Which one?
There is a series about 4 seasons called Enterprise.
Yeah, with that Captain Pike or whoever.
No, it wasn't Pike.
The guy before Pike?
No, Archer.
Yeah, Jonathan Archer?
May have been.
With his pet dog, the Beagle?
It may have been, yeah.
Well, sure, I've seen
Season 4 was really
And
good.
that's the one with T'Pol in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen all of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of the best ones I liked involved the Borg
Oh, yeah.
or Captain Janeway fighting some advanced species 84, 82 or something like that.
Did you
Different dimension, I think.
did you watch the 2nd season of Picard?
Yes.
I haven't finished the 1st season.
You know, they got that one with Captain Michael, the black woman.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's that doctor.
Has she become captain?
Yeah, well, yeah, eventually, yeah. And she's got that friend, that really tall guy who's 8 foot tall, and he walks with his hands swinging like this.
Yeah.
He's incredibly strong, deceitfully strong. But what I don't care about that program, and it's just me, I know other people are happy with it. Is this the first tree we've seen like this? I think it is. You know, they only grow at certain elevations, from what I've been told. I don't like to see the ship's doctor kissing the ship's engineer. I
Yeah.
don't care for that.
It's
And I was surprised to see Jerry Ryan kissing that other girl. Slightly less offended, I suppose, because it's 2 women, but I don't think that should be on TV. At least, you know, where kids have a chance of watching it.
well, I think they're doing it for the kids.
All this freaking gender reassignment bullshit. I heard there's some medical facility that's now, if you get to be like 17 or whatever, you're going to do your own self-determination. They're going to give you shots to change you, and I don't know what all. Going to hell in a handbag. Driver. Put more round. Yeah. Used to have this fella come in to play pool at Frank's Happy Tap. His name was Dave Evans. The guy was a professional pool player. He was far and away the best shot I've ever seen. I've seen him win $100 on a single bet that he reproduced the shot 3 times. It was from the foot line into the side pocket tip and then back into the corner, into the pocket 3 times in a row.
Oh, the outside corner of the pocket? That was the cushion?
So here's the table, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And here's the foot spot and the head spot. And he was back in the kitchen, okay, behind that line, and he put the cue ball right about here, and he blasted it into the tip of the side pocket and brought it right back into this hole 3 times in a row. There he's moaning. We're coming, Tara. Yeah, he might not get used to it, but he'd appreciate solo hiking because he can travel ground way the heck faster than me. I imagine faster than you. And like I say, if I was going to do this, you know, do this, you know, like 3 or 4 nights, I'd be wearing a belt. And of course, I would have already purchased a book or gone online and planned everything out. 1 p.m., yeah? Yep. Oh. Now I imagine we'll be back in half an hour. What did we walk there? Less than 2 miles?
1.78.
It was a mile and a half, 1.8 miles going up.
Good. I'll have to go online. Maybe Google Earth will tell us the name of that summit we were on. They all got names. Yeah, if we had time, I would like to take you to see that waterfall. I mentioned it falls a greater vertical measurement than Niagara Falls, right?
Where's this at?
Toccoa, Georgia.
Huh.
It's at least 45 minutes away. That's the one I mentioned to you has the World War II museum.
Huh.
Some guys got together. They were all stationed in Europe, somewhere outside of London. You know, like maybe 15 miles outside of London in 1944. And they had converted a riding stable that housed about, maybe about a dozen horses. And there were like a horse to every stall. So they converted those into like quads. And they put 4 troopers in each one of the horse stalls. You know, of course, they shoveled it out and painted it up or whatever they did. And that thing stood there till sometime in the late 1970s, 35 years after the fact, something like that. And they had this trip back to Europe, to England, and some guy that slept in there, he said, holy shit, this is where we all slept. And there was a couple guys left that he knew, and they all got together, and they raised some money, and they bought that building. And they took the whole thing apart, numbered it, shipped it over here, and put it back together again.
Huh.
It's in that museum. Of course, they're probably all dead now, but that's interesting.
What was Uncle Junior's time? How did he spend his time in Europe in World War II?
I believe he landed in France as the war was ending.
Huh.
Because, he wasn't born till 25. Now, the war was over in 45. So if he got there in 45, he was maximum 20.
Yep.
I suspect he might have got there at the age of 19. And he might have been, one of the people who just says, well, I got to get in this war. And he might have been motivated for that. Grandpa Howard left the United States to go to Canada to enlist in the Canadian Army. And I'm not going to ever sell that steel pot. That's probably worth $1,000.
The helmet.
Yeah.
Antiques Roadshow. Someone there ought to be able to tell you a bit more about it.
I wouldn't doubt, but they wouldn't know the backstory, at least the one that I was told.
Well, that's what you provide. And they provide the, well, okay, but this, I would think. I'd like to go to Europe to see...
Normandy?
Yeah, Normandy and, a concentration camp or two.
Yeah, I suppose that's doable. I do want to go to Spain, because I haven't been to Spain. Now, of course, I haven't been to Normandy either, but I have been to France. Although with COVID raging, it was... unless I knew the mayor of Paris, I wasn't going to get up in the Eiffel Tower. But I have been there, right there. Look at this one, another world. There you go. Wonder how fast that could kill you.
How true do you think it is that your dad shot that attacking soldier?
My dad?
Yeah. He told me a story one time.
The Japanese?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't doubt it if my dad told it to you. It's got to be absolute truth. Of course, at one point in his life, my dad believed he'd been on the surface of the moon.
Well, this was a very long time ago. Mid-90s, maybe.
Well, was this in Okinawa or one of the islands he was on?
Yeah, may have been.
Oh, it had to be. He was on Okinawa for the invasion, and that's a fact. Well, just think of it. If the old man, instead of taking a bayonet through his left forearm, if he'd have been shot and killed, you and I would not be here.
That's for sure. Anyway, the way that he's told the story is that he was extremely gripped in regret that he had no choice but to defend himself.
Well, sure.
He said, if I didn't kill this guy, he was certainly going to kill me.
Well, thank goodness he got the shot off first. Well, that's pretty near 3 miles on the Appalachian Trail, even if it's a round trip kind of thing, but you've seen it. And from what I hear, this is a real easy portion of the trail. I mean, well developed.
Yeah, I would think there's parts where you have to be second guessing yourself.
Oh, it's torture from what I read.
And you want to...
It's like this for the whole trip. You go down, then you go up, then you go down. Oh, my God. There are some flat places, like I think it's in Virginia, that's just like walking on a pasture. And then there's a boulder scree field. No, I don't think they call it a scree field. A boulder field you got to navigate. But they have a lot of trailblaze marks on the rocks so you can see where you're going. Then you'd pick up a whole lot of stories. This is tough on the knees. Oh, I made a request to buy another gold coin. 1888, I think, was the date.
I mean,
It's a $10 gold coin.
you doing it more for the collectible nature of the coin or the value of gold?
I don't like to look at a 1 ounce gold bar. That doesn't do anything for me. I like to have American currency in my hand. And it's made out of gold. As far as I know, it's 999. I could be wrong on that, but I like seeing the artwork that's on the coins. And part of me is hoping that in the year, say 2060, that gold is, 5,000 an ounce, and you can figure out a place to make that profit for the family, or give it to Terry. I don't know. Or maybe give it to Anna. I don't know if you probably just lock it up in the vault. I can't fault it for that. I want to get to where I have 1 pound of gold.
Well, that's only 16 ounces.
Yeah, but it's $2,000 a coin. So that's $32,000 right there. I hate to sound like a biker, but taking the $2,100 a month rent away, it puts your disposable income is diminished.
Yeah.
Oh. Is this another trail here, you think?
I don't believe so. Don't look like that goes on anywhere.
It could be a game trail.
Mm-hmm.
The tree's still got leaves on it. Looks like it rotted out here. Is it raining?
Mm-mm.
Am I hearing water? I think I'm hearing water. was a good little stretch of the legs. You want to use this?
No.
No? Okay. There's the Rocky Mountain Trail.
I'm gonna meet you guys at the bottom.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Terry. Want the car keys?
These spots I want to take some time to take some better pictures of.
Oh, sorry. Really bad throw.
Done that.
Oh, yeah,
bad
everything's okay. Everything's okay. So the Chicago Cubs, they won at the Field of Dreams.
You know, I was home. I was somewhere. Oh, I was in New York last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. 2 weeks ago, and I was in the room I ordered dinner and turned the TV on. I'm like, oh, Cubs are playing. Cubs and
Was it Kansas City? I forget.
no, I think it may have been Cincinnati.
Okay. They had Harry Carey as a hologram.
That's
He
cool.
did take me out to the ball game. How about that? And then they had Ken Griffey Sr. and Ken Griffey Jr. walk out of the cornfield and have a game of catch, just like the movie.
I was
Yeah, go ahead.
As I was listening to the broadcast, the commentators mentioned that apparently they're expanding that whole structure.
Oh, it is way different from when I was there. I mean, seriously way different. It was just a ball field. And they had a couple of utility boxes for, you know, the bases and stuff like that. It's way different. Well, that was a league game that counted, you know.
Oh, for sure.
And then it being related, the facility and the theme and the location, it being related to farmers. They had 2 players with the last name Farmer. They had a farmer-to-farmer play. That's pretty cool. Just a quirk of fate. Yep. Dyersville, Indiana, I'm pretty sure is where it's at.
That's in Iowa.
What did I say? Indiana? Dyersville, Iowa. It's pretty close to Interstate 80. Yeah, you're right. Dyersville, Iowa. Easy does it here. It's August. Well, it's probably too early in the hiking season for people to be finishing up at Springer Mountain. But the thru hikers are headed south, and that's a fact. May, June, July. Oh, some of them are probably already done, actually. I think they start May the 31st. Because it's winter up there in Maine. Although,
Is north to south the preferred direction?
oh no, south to north is. You can start down here much earlier. And then you figure out what your personal level of comfort is miles per day. You do the math and I don't know. Yeah, south to north is the only way I would do it. But I was figuring we're so close to the termination point down here at Springer Mountain that if somebody was through hiking north to south, they're probably already done though. I think the accomplished hikers do this in 3 months, 3.5 months. Well, 100 days, 20 miles a day, that's 2,000, right?
Hmm.
100 times 20?
If you can, yeah.
Yeah, well, 20 miles is, I don't know. Imagine trying to do 20 miles of this. We only did 3. Of course, I'm holding you guys up. My best would be 10 miles a day.
We bumped into a waitress when we were in Banff. We didn't bump into her, she was our waitress. And her family did the intercoastal of Florida all the way from Jacksonville to, she said, Key West.
Yeah, that's easy. I mean, not easy, but doable, sure. We went right past the house I used to own, that's a fact. Oh, and that German restaurant that you wanted to go to, that's as we go into Helen, it'll be like the first one you come to on the right. They have tripled the probably tripled the parking across the street. They got a front end loader, I think it's called, and they dug into the mountain.
Yeah, my fears will be closed because last time,
Oh, it won't be closed now.
well, I think they closed at like 2 o'clock when we were last there.
That's odd.
Yeah, I thought it was odd.
Could be because they didn't have staff.
Yeah.
That is a woodpecker.
Although, I may not have mentioned to you directly, but we definitely enjoyed Dodger Stadium.
Uh-huh. I've seen it. I've never been in it. Is that the one where they had the earthquake when they were playing a baseball game once upon a time?
I don't, I thought that was the Giants.
Candlestick Field, I think is what it was. Is that the Giants?
Isn't that Candlestick? Is that where the Mets used to play?
I don't know. So much useless information in my brain, it gets all jumbled up. By golly, all 3 of us didn't see the parking lot when we went by.
I actually noticed it, but I didn't realize it was a parking lot. I didn't notice the sign.
Well, there ain't much of a sign, just an elevation sign that I recall.
Yeah.
Yeah, no snakes. No bear. That's a good thing.
So that new Lord of the Rings series will start, I think, next week.
On Hulu?
It's on Amazon. And it is basically, unless you delve deeper into Tolkien, you will only know of this in terms of what you've learned from the Lord of the Rings, but from what I understand, it's the making of the Rings of Power, and it's how Sauron was able to corrupt those around him. Well, before he's Sauron, and I don't remember what name he was. I don't know if Melkor will be in it.
In the First Age.
He's definitely First Age.
Well, you gotta wonder. I mean, Gandalf, did he have a mom and a dad?
No, he's one of the Maiar.
Is he just, did he rise up out of the earth?
Yeah, he's a magical spirit in a certain sense.
But
Gandalf should be in this.
But Elrond now, the elf, he had a mom and a dad.
Sure. And I think Galadriel is going to be a major protagonist.
Is this something you want a picture of here?
Well, I know Terry got some, but it is somewhat picturesque. I'll take one of you if you just turn around.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
The lighting in here is tough, you know, it's...
Uh-huh.
The camera can't pick up what the eye can pick up.
Would you do me a favor and put those in the zippered area of the back of that thing? Thank you.
I would imagine that those hikers we saw were probably just going to that.
Summit?
Yeah. Probably just turning around.
Where's the water at?
It's got to be coming from up here. Yeah.
Oh my.
Well, you're burning some calories.
You dang sure don't want to twist an ankle. Let me put this phone away. Coming down this road.
Well, if you were to watch that Beatles documentary, you'd just see the flow of creative consciousness that happens collectively. I mean, it's clearly John and it's Paul and John.
Lennon and McCartney.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't believe for a minute that they felt any lesser of Ringo and George, but I do think that, and I think Ringo was a really good drummer, really good.
I wouldn't know about that. I remember John Lennon saying he's not the best drummer in the band.
I think that when John Lennon said that, it was
Tongue in cheek.
well, it was testament to how close of friends they were, and that sharp, brilliant wit that he had. Just the guy's just really smart, but it seemed like John would if John didn't endorse something that a direction Paul wanted to go, even if the endorsement was not outright, we're not going in that direction kind of thing. Yeah, seems to me John was
The leader of the band.
as much of creative genius as anyone else. I mean, he could just say things and it's, you know, memories for countless others and bits of songs that the Beatles came out with. I mean, there's not a single throwaway song that they did. And I don't know complete that documentary was in terms of the entire process of the making of Let It Be. But for the majority of time, it just seemed like they were goofing off. And just in their and I think that certainly at that time, but it may have been a key component to their creative process. Just silliness, and somewhere in there they
were silly in Yellow Submarine.
And there's a part of it where George, you can't tell that there's any problem between anyone, but George just says, almost under his breath, but they were all always listening to him. I mean, they weren't ignoring him ever. He says, so I'm leaving the band now. And
Who, George?
Yeah, he's like, I'm leaving the band now. And, I mean, he literally meant, I'm quitting the band.
69?
It was, yeah. And and Paul says, what was that? Something like, what was that, George? He said it again, but it was at the end of the day, I think, and it just could seem like to most people, oh, he's going home. Turns out they had to all have a meeting at his house twice to get him to agree to come back.
Huh.
Couple of scenes in there where he was, severely doubting his talent and telling the others, who you need is Clapton, you need Eric. And John, said after he heard him say it 2 or 3 times, he's like, no, all we need is George.
These rocks look drier to me.
But Ringo would just, I would have gotten real antsy, like, okay, guys, let's quit goofing off and let's just do this. We got places to go. But he was there. And they were all very well dressed. You could tell that they had spent a lot of money on clothing, at least that's but smoking was way...
Did Paul smoke at that time?
All of them. Every person in the room was smoking. I don't know if Linda McCartney, because there were times when, and I don't know that I saw Yoko, but this whole, the argument about Yoko, this and that, I mean, they were all cool to her and she was cool to everybody.
Well, somebody was backbiting.
Well,
my guess is Yoko. That's what the other portion of the world thinks.
Yeah, I hear you, but watching the documentary, Yoko was literally a wallflower. She was a lampshade.
Well, did they know they were being filmed?
Oh yeah. They were actually making a documentary.
Well, if they'd have had candid camera, I wonder what you'd have heard.
They did for a part of it, in the sense that they hit a microphone in the kitchen area where John and Paul retreated to have a private conversation. They got that all on tape.
Oh boy.
It was just them getting down to business in real short order. Boom, boom, this is what we're going to do kind of stuff. But Paul definitely did not see himself as making any final decisions. I don't think. And the documentary is them preparing to not only, well, it was to do a TV show. And in the process of doing this, they would come up with 14 songs for an album, which became Let It Be. And they were goofing off that they just blew off the schedule. They didn't get the songs done. And day 18 turned into day 22. And they weren't making great headway. But so that became the rooftop concert. When you were watching this documentary, it's like, how do they get anything done? Just the goofing around alone. But what's going to happen. I mean, you realize that what they're doing right there is you're seeing the song before the song was made. He's going through Let It Be, and he's working out the verses, and Maxwell's Silver Hammer, and she came in through the bathroom window. But when they got up to the rooftop, there was no way they were going to hit the schedule. They weren't going to be able to put it together by the date they all had in their head. And one guy floated the idea, why don't we just have a concert? Let's just play on the roof and we'll tape it. We'll record it for the TV show or whatever. And they got up there. And here I am after watching 20 hours of them kind of goofing off. They launch into the first song and you could tell how...
It's magic.
Yeah, it's magic. You could tell how genius these guys were. Paul was just... I mean, John, just talking about rising to the occasion. I mean, John sings a lot of songs. And he's got a... as far as I'm concerned, he's the greatest rock star of all time. I don't know anybody that's better.
Elvis Presley was pretty popular.
No doubt, but Elvis never wrote a song. And we all know my position on Elvis.
He's the king of rock and roll.
He is, to many. According to John Lennon, probably, too. But I didn't get the whole... They were extremely tolerant of their significant others being there. Linda McCartney was there. George Harrison's wife was there. Richard Starkey's wife was there, or whomever. His, there was credits to a song, and it was all four of them. Like, who's Richard Starkey? And then I slowly realized, okay, because John kept calling him Richie. I'm like, oh, is okay, right? I probably knew that. But it was a bit tedious in the sense there was a lot of goofing around, but that just must have been a big part of their creative process. George Harrison walks in the next morning, and John was always the one late. He came in, he always arrived last. But and Ringo was always there, I think, first. He says, yeah, I wrote this song last night, and he just whips out Dark Horse or whatever it was. And they could all play, Ringo and George could play piano in a sense of being able to use it as a tool in the process of creating music. But I was also surprised how, what it seemed to me like, just a capable guitar player John Lennon was. Just... I don't know how dynamic he was, but he could sit down and play the guitar.
How about Mark Knopfler?
Yeah,
Some people think he's really, really good.
I hear you. I just never got into him. I don't get into the guitar... the guitar... The reason for liking the music is because of the guitar. To me, the guitar is the icing on the cake. As was once said to me, girls don't shake their hips to the guitar player.
I guess they shake it to the lead singer.
No, I would say probably to the percussion. The drummer and the bass player.
Yeah, these shoes are going to have to get washed. Well, I don't have hiking shoes anymore.
But there is talk, from what I've heard, that there will be another documentary that they do. And then we're actually kidding around about what I would think would have been a third Beatles movie, or maybe a fourth. I don't know. I've never really seen a Beatles movie. Help or... I don't know. I haven't seen many Elvis movies either. That's just goofy.
Well, Elvis movies were profitable, but I never thought of them as... Well, I did like that Western. Was it Kid Creole?
Kid Creole. Actually, the movie that he did was Love Me Tender. That was his first role.
And I liked the one with Charles Bronson in it. When Kid Creole was a boxer. And Bronson was his trainer. I always enjoyed Charles Bronson. I mean, there were some pretty shaky movies when he got very, very late into his career. But like in the Magnificent Seven, oh man, pretty good stuff. And oh, what was that one? I can't think of it.
The Great Escape he was in, right?
The Wild Wild West or something like that.
He was in,
Yeah, he was in that movie, that war movie. He was a miner that dug tunnels that had claustrophobia.
yeah, and that,
Escape.
yeah, The Great Escape, yeah. Guns of Navarone, I think Telly Savalas was in.
Anthony, the Greek guy. Where the hell's the bomb?
Oh, gotta be getting there.
Oh, I was figuring on being back at 1:30. It's now 1:40.
Okay.
I'm not tired. I just got to wipe my face off. Good grief. Well, this hike's worth a half a pound.
Well, next weekend I'll be at home. Then the week after that I go to Chicago. And I'll be there for 5 days. And then I'll be in Florida until the 3rd week of September. And then I'll be in London. I'm going to head down to Portsmouth for a day.
And what's in Portsmouth?
There is a manufacturer of automatic door bottoms
Oh,
that there may be a very oblique opportunity to become a North American distributor. At least, you know, if I were to bring in 1,000 units, I've got to kind of see what their operation is before I propose, you know, and then it's going to be also us needing to do, I mean, we're not going to be very capable of promoting the product because people call us up and say, hey, I want this door bottom. Oh, well, how about this one? Well, no, I need this one because that's what the specs say.
and you get that many calls for auto door bottom?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We stuck.
England?
No, but this guy, he patented this unit that Pemco used to use. And the patent, or they didn't renew, I don't know, they came out with their own, and, you know, etc.
I'm going to need time on this exchange here. Well, 1,000 door bottoms. I don't know.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I don't even know what these things cost, but they have an STC 48 rating.
I don't know what that is.
It's a fairly high sound attenuation rating.
Oh.
And they're reasonably quiet when they're being operated. Or I should say they're quieter than many. I believe they are. And you know, the guy's he's an acoustical engineer, and I want to go learn more about door bottoms.
Now, when you say Portsmouth, are you talking about the United States Portsmouth?
No, the one about 60 miles south of London, on the coast. And I've never been to England, so. But I may have found a good co-working space to inhabit. And once I confirm the cost of that.
What, in England?
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I have particular needs when I work. You know, I have to be able to have a place where I can be on the phone and not disturb others.
Oh.
I have to have access to tea.
Isn't that a motel room?
Yeah, but I want a change of scenery when I'm working. I don't want to be in that room for 18 hours a day. You know, I need a secure place. A place where, you know, I'm not sitting on a very hard chair. You sit in a Starbucks, some of them they're all not good, and some of them are just torturous to sit in.
My knees are barking. Ouch.
We got to be close now. All right, I'll catch up to you. I'm less thrilled with these shoes in the wet environment. They were great in the Grand Canyon.
They got good soles that are protecting you from the rocks. That's very important.
Yeah, they're.
These are not. These are going out shoes. I don't anticipate much hiking in my future.
Chris lost at least one toenail
What?
from the hike.
That had to be brutal.
Oh, it came off. It just fell off.
What, she drop a rock on it or something?
No. But just the constant contact with the inside of the shoe and the going down. Going down's worse than up.
I won't argue with you. Tough on the knees. And you get, if it's steep enough, you get what they call shin splints. Those are hurtful. They're painful.
This little section here, as soon as you come out of the parking lot, it's immediately vertical.
Yep.
Start heading up immediately, almost.
Forgot my sweatband, damn it. I had it right in my boots.
I wonder why that big group canceled on your mule ride. Maybe they missed an airplane or something?
I don't know. And I don't know what to think about that. Was it okay? Was it good? Was it disappointing? I don't know. It didn't necessarily impact my ride.
I was grateful that they had rooms for all of us.
Yeah. Looked to me like they had a lot of rooms. It was interesting to meet that couple from Canada, the two women.
Yeah.
They'd done that hike 7 times. What the heck? 7 times? I would think twice would be enough. You know, try another trail. Go to Vermont and do the long trail. Go hike Yellowstone. Well, maybe we'll be there at 2 p.m. I keep looking for the parking lot, I just don't see it.
Well, we have to be very close because we're at 2.8 miles. Because I don't recall what we were at when we got up there. 1.7 mile maybe. Well, that can't be. I think it was less than 1.5 miles. So we should be close.
I thought Terry rounded it off to 1.8.
Well, if he's 1.8, we got another mile to go.
He rounded it off.
Yeah, I think he started his watch a lot sooner. Plus, the watches are estimates. Because the data he gets is different than the data I get.
Different generation iWatches?
No, but just, you're telling the setup process your weight, your height, your age.
Oh.
So it's making, I would think educated guesses. I mean, you have to go off of something. And I would think that Apple has spent countless millions of dollars to consult the healthcare industry and get doctors on their payroll and everybody else to get the data as accurate as possible.
Gosh. Brutal. Well, I can hear voices down there.
Yeah, I don't think I'd spend a ton of money on reel-to-reel, just because the audio quality is going to be, with a good stylus on your record player, you're going to, obviously speakers.
Plus, it's a lot more affordable.
Yeah, you can get a remastered.
And I got to wonder how long those vinyls will last. I mean, the tape will last.
Well, they do fatigue. Yeah, we're going to come over here.
I'm going to move over a little bit, and you can pass on through.
Yeah.
As far as I know, going up always gets the right of way.
You're a scholar and a gentleman.
Well, we'll leave out the scholar part. We'll be close.
Y'all have a great day.
Same to you, sir.
You aren't through hiking, are you?
No, I'm just going. I started at Amicalola.
Oh, you did to the falls?
Yeah, and I was gonna go as far as I can.
Did you get up on? Did you get up on Springer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Springer,
okay.
Blue Mountain.
All right.
On Blue Mountain.
Every
Blood
bit.
Mountain.
Yeah. Oh, you went up on Blood Mountain.
You got to.
Was there a lot of people there?
No.
No?
Not very many people on the path.
All right.
No.
Well, I hear there's a parking lot. Was it about a half a mile hike from the lot? I don't know if you saw the parking lot.
Which parking lot?
Blood Mountain.
Blood Mountain.
I heard there's an asphalt roadway up most of it.
Yeah. Up Blood Mountain.
That's what I heard.
No.
No. Okay. Then
You're talking about Neal's Gap.
all right. Could be Neal's Gap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Neal's Gap. You got another 1,500 feet to get to up Blood Mountain, and there are no roads.
And it's all uphill. Damn
That's
straight.
the only way I know how to get up that elevation.
Yeah. How much does your pack weigh?
32 pounds.
Oh, that ain't bad, really. I mean,
bad.
I bought.
Everything's lightweight,
Yeah. Yeah.
but the food, you can't reduce the food, and water weighs
Yeah.
8 pounds a gallon.
Water weighs what it
Yeah.
You
weighs.
can't change it.
Yeah.
You can't change the food weight.
Oh man, what'd you do to your leg? Did you injure it?
This one,
Yeah.
well, I had a little Achilles thing, and I thought
Oh,
it might
my
be bothering me,
word.
but it's not bothering me.
That's
It's
serious.
It's all the hips and the knees.
Yeah, hips and knees. Tell me about it.
Yeah, and this knee's a little weak, so I treat it such.
Yeah. All right. Well, be careful
It's
with
not
that
hurting,
Achilles.
but it's not.
Yeah.
But the Achilles, I thought this might put a lot of strain on, but it's not.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you. Y'all have a great day.
You too.
Same to you.
Wow. So he's been up on a couple of the places I want to get to. Was that? That wasn't all today, was it?
Couldn't be. How far is
I wouldn't think.
Stringer Mountain?
Oh, it's miles and miles.
He said he was going to go as far as he could get until football season.
Oh, I missed that part. All right, hold on a second.
I'm not sure. Where does he think he's going to camp?
Well, I don't know. But maybe he knows of places we don't.
Yeah, seems like it. I'm sure one just doesn't show up here and start walking.
And he probably has transportation when he gets to his get off the trail place.
Yep.
There's the parking lot. There's the cars.
Yep. Yeah.
I was supposed to hike the Fontana Dam in Tennessee through the Smoky Mountains. I had everything packed. I was ready to go in 2 days. I had my transportation. I was going to drive up to where I get out of the AT. Okay, I get off the AT. A guy was going to meet me there and take me. It was about 115 miles, and he was going to drive me that distance, and I was going to hike. I think it was going to be 5 nights. And somebody died in the family. And I don't remember who it was, but it was one of those things where I had to be there. So, that was it. But I substituted that hike for the Lake Okeechobee. What was nice about that was I was able to join a rather large group. I want to say there was probably 15 people that I hiked that with. I mean, I didn't see them all at one time unless it was after the day's hiking and we all met up to discuss plans. But that was a bit of an adventure.
What'd you do for food?
Well, you brought food with you to eat throughout the day. You know, trail mix, candy bars, whatever you wanted. And then at night, there would be what they called rabbits. And these rabbits, they would be hiking this way really fast as you were hiking towards the vehicles. They would hike down to where you started, grab those vehicles there and drive them up where you got in the vehicle, and then they took you to the next campsite, which could be a campground or a motel or a sleep in your vehicle kind of situation. I did all of them. Campground, in my vehicle, and a motel. The bad part was hurricane season. And the hurricane season struck Lake Okeechobee and messed up a bunch of stuff. They didn't cancel the trip because it was like 2 or 3 days after the hurricane went through. But there was all kind of stuff piled up on the roads around the lake.
Was it all public land?
I want to say so. We didn't go through anybody's private fields that I'm aware of. Almost there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's going to be 3 miles.
Yeah, 3 strenuous miles.
Yeah.
A mile and a half up, a mile and a half down. Well, this is the first in my life hiking with my son and my grandson. That's a first. Although it's sort of kind of the second outdoor experience because we all did the Grand Canyon together.
Well, Terry was definitely changed with his experience.
There's something going
Yeah.
through the forest up there.
Yeah.
More than likely a deer.
Yeah.
Well, we're back at 2 o'clock. Hello.
Yeah, let's get a picture here, Dad.
Yeah. With the sign?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, we got to get one with the sign over there too.
Yeah.
Huh. T-Bone is anxious to go.
Yeah, he is. Want a picture? No. Okay. Got it. Oh, Terry's coming. Oh, that wasn't a good sound.
Got to make sure that's locked. All right.
Woo! You want to drive or should I?
I'll drive.
All right.